Hey Debt Free Mafia, hey, welcome to today's video. I wanted to talk about some of the best jobs out there for those of you that don't have a degree or maybe looking at going to college but aren't sure. Here at the Debt Free Mafia, we obviously are pro being debt free and we are not for student loans. We do not want you taking student loans. They are a ripoff. And if you can be able to provide well for yourself and for your family without getting one, and that's something you're interested in, stick around. We're going to talk about that. I wanted to kind of go through and highlight some jobs that provide that opportunity. Guys, if you didn't know my name is Rick. I'm a financial coach. I'm the owner of the Debt Free Mafia. If you're down with the debt free vibe, go ahead and hit subscribe. We'd love to have you here. We talk about personal finance. Recently, I polled all of my followers. I said, hey, has the Debt Free Mafia provided content that has positively affected your personal finances? And I got a resounding 100% yes. It has positively affected our finances. So if that's something you want to be a part of, go ahead, hit subscribe, hit the like button for me if this is the kind of stuff you're into, if you're into the debt-free lifestyle. All right, let's go ahead and just jump right into it. I kind of want to start talking about this stuff right away. What are some good job options? I got my list in front of me, and I wanted to kind of talk through all of these and do it as fast as I can. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Okay, let's talk about this. So what are some really good job opportunities that don't require a degree? Maybe you don't want to go to college. Maybe there's trade school options. I'm all for trade school if you can find a way to cash flow. It's way easier to cash flow trade school than it is college. It is possible to cash flow college. However, it's very difficult to do that. It takes a lot of extra work. And that's another video. Okay, so one area where you can really do well without a college degree is being a salesman. And I know that a lot of you kind of go, ugh, I don't like that. However, I would urge you, if you did want to pursue a career outside of college, you wanted to look maybe at selling, I would encourage you big time. If you are interested in selling, maybe you're just really good at convincing people. Some people are just fantastic storytellers. Honestly, if you're a fantastic storyteller, you might really blossom in the sales world. What I would encourage you to do though is find something that you genuinely believe in and you genuinely think could help people. At that point, you don't really feel like a salesman. You feel like you're just what you're doing and what salespeople do. And a lot of people don't understand this because they've run into a lot of bad salesmen. A salesperson, all they do is they explain and basically break down the value of something and present it to you. So they're just presenting the value of something to you. That's all. And it's up to you whether or not you want to determine it's valuable. If you're good at doing that, really look into a sales position, because you can do sales positions that you don't require a college degree that could be anywhere from $50,000 a year to literally six figures. I know I've met some people who are in the medical field who sell medical equipment. They didn't have a degree, but they're literally making $250,000 a year selling medical equipment. So really good idea there if that's something you're interested in. Another one's being an electrician. If you're just good with your hands, if that's something you've kind of messed with before or something you might be interested in, you don't have to have a college degree. And a good electrician, especially one that started his own business, you can do really well there if you run a business with integrity and good customer relationship skills and quality work, obviously. This is another really popular one that I've run into that I think it does take some more instruction, and it might take some trade school, but that's wind turbine technicians. You can make easily $50,000 to up to $75,000 a year being a wind turbine technician. Again, if you like being up in really high places and working on giant gearboxes and all the other components that go with it, that is a fantastic option. I've met some guys that do that. It's a growing industry. It's a really good one to get into. Some other options, and this one's not as easy to do, but say you did go through like maybe the military and you became a pilot, you can become a commercial pilot. Commercial pilots do really well. They average around $85,000 to $90,000 a year. I know a lot of people who have gone through, they went to the Air Force, became pilots, and then after the Air Force ended up going into being a commercial pilot or a private pilot and made really good money there. So I think that's a really good one. Another one is there's lots of really good options on becoming a programmer or a coder or a software developer. You don't need to have a college degree. Some big businesses are going to require it, obviously. But however, I know Google just came up with their own classes for learning how to develop using their own custom-made classes, and they're actually hiring out of those classes people that graduate their program, which is really cool. You can do really, really well there. You can also work independently as a contractor, helping people develop software, custom software that they have. I think that's just such an awesome option that you have, because you can literally learn how to do all of it at home. There's tons of good resources for learning how to do that. So that's something that I would definitely check out. So there's other really good ones that you'd have to be a whole lot tougher than me. Another good option is being a police officer. Police officers can really do a really good job if you value justice, and you value peace, and you value protecting people. Being a police officer would be a really good option. It will be something, you will be in a really tough spot. It will require a lot of pressure, not only on the job, but probably outside the job, mentally, politically, even spiritually, maybe, on several different fronts. That's something that you could think about, but a lot of people really found out, you know what, I born and bred peace protector, justice kind of person, and being a police officer is a great option. Last option I wanted to bring up, and that is something that you're passionate about. This is something I think a lot of people have a hard time with, so they don't ever really take the chance. But what I would urge you to do, if there's something that you're good at, if there's a skill that you're good at, or maybe you don't even see that in yourself, ask somebody around you and ask them, hey, what am I good at? Kind of try to figure out what you're good at, kind of gather what skills that you have that you may not notice, because a lot of people don't notice the skills that they have. A lot of the times, something just comes easy to you, so you think it comes easy to everybody. For me personally, I get how personal finances work. Other people that I talk to, when I tell them, oh, I'm a financial coach, I help people with their personal finances, they go, why? Like, that's so, it's so basic. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's easy for you and I who grew up being taught it, right? But there's so many people out there that weren't taught that, so they don't even know how it works. They've never opened a checking account, or maybe they have opened a checking account, but they've never written a check. They've never balanced a budget. They've never made any additional payments to loans. They don't understand the implication of waiting on doing your retirement, all those fun stuff. They just don't know. So that's where a financial coach like me comes in, is I explain what's obvious to me, but not to them. So if there's something that just feels obvious to you that's not to other people, one of the best jobs, in my opinion, that you could ever do is working for yourself as a small business owner, providing a service or a product to somebody, and you can always start on the side. A good rule of thumb, especially because I know one of the biggest questions that always comes up is, when can I go full-time into this? There's a metric that I go off of that I got from Sean Connolly over at Think Media. But he says that the metric that they came up with is, if you have your side hustle, that's whatever you're passionate about, and you're able to come up with 25% of your annual salary, monthly paycheck, and you're able to consistently do that for 6 months straight, that's the time that you probably need to be like, you know what, it's about time to make this leap. Because if you can work on it as a side hustle and bring it up to 25% of your normal salary, imagine if you could devote 40 to 50 hours a week on it, how much more that would grow. Also, you'd be able to pick your own schedule, work for yourself, do something you're passionate about. That's my biggest one. That's why I left it last, because I'm really big into that. That's what I'm doing. I'm very blessed to be in the position I am, because I get to do something that's awesome. I get paid to help people, which is really cool. Guys, again, if you don't mind hitting the like, leave me a comment below. What is another job that maybe I left off this list of something that you could do that would be a good providing job for you and your family that doesn't require a college degree? I'm sure I left off some really good ones. Let me know in the comments, because I would like to know more about those. So guys, I appreciate you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a really good week, and I look forward to talking to you in the next one. Peace.